Chris, VA Travels, and greetings from Louisa County. I'm taking the Louisa County Historic Homes Tour. Consists of 6 houses. It's spread out pretty much all over the county, and I've got about 5 hours to knock it out. It runs from 10 until 3, so I'm going to have to keep moving. There's going to be no filming on the inside, so I'll just be doing some walk-arounds. Going to fly my drone when I can, and it's supposed to hit 99 degrees today, so yeah, it's going to be a fun one. And yeah, Louisa County, it's a beautiful county. My maps took me through a bunch of back roads, and it's a really good country. We're about half an hour from Charlottesville, and well, beyond the trees are kind of blocking it, but you can see the Blue Ridge. And the first stop here is Green Springs. Gets its name because there's a mineral spring around here. And I'm gonna walk around, go check it out. Okay, here we go, guys. The front of Green Springs, built all the way back in 1772. And it was built by Captain Richard Morris. He was a commissioner to troops during the Revolutionary War. He was a friend to Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry has visited many times. And okay, they've got 5 windows going across the second floor up there. Only 3 have shutters. All right, pretty standard structure. Okay, there are 4 chimneys, 2 on each side. It's going to have that 4/4 floor plan. Looks like there's going to be an attachment on the right, and a cool little owl in that bush right there. Another outbuilding and a big old tulip poplar over here. And I always have to point out, when you see the duck feet, you know it's a tulip poplar. So, and this is a 225-acre estate, so yeah, pretty big property. A couple small windows on the upper level right there on the side. And yeah, after Captain Richard Morris passed away, the house was passed on to his son. That would be a Dr. James Maury Morris. And then it was passed on to his son. That would be William Morris. He died during the Civil War. And after that, it fell into to many different families' hands. So there's the brief history of this house. And let me just walk around. And yeah, a lot of land out here. Okay, I'll just take a quick look at this outbuilding. And I see an address on the door. It says 130, 127. Is this a separate residence? And there's a car over there. Interesting. I don't know what's going on there. I see a light on inside. I see a car over here with no license plate up front, so they're from out of state. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but a little air conditioning unit upstairs, so they somebody either stays up there or they keep something up there. I don't know, but I was going to tell you guys that we're in the Green Springs National Historic Landmarks Park, a reserve that was established. It was put on the National Register back in 1974. And it covers 14,000 acres, over 250 homes that go back to the 18th and 19th century. Yeah, so pretty nice. And I think at least 2, maybe 3 of the houses on this tour are in this park. I guess we can walk back here. I'll just show you a pool. Nothing too historic going on, but pretty nice place to relax. Very peaceful out here. There's no noise pollution, no road noise or anything you have to worry about. And just a lot of relaxing farmland. Okay, all right. Yeah, big roof on that porch, and you'll see all the attachments on the left-hand side. So, pretty nice house. And I'll also tell you that this region was settled back in the 1720s at a place called Camp Creek. There were a lot of Quakers and a lot of German settlers in this area. And we're a little south of the big German settlement up there in Orange County. Okay, another outbuilding similar to the one I just looked at. And this says 147, so is this another separate residence? Kind of got a little neighborhood back here. And they've got another owl on the corner of the roof. Anyway, pretty neat. They're owl fans. Small little garden over here. And I wonder if this is a separate residence. Yeah, these things are already starting to die out. We've had 90-degree weather all week, 90-plus-degree weather. Oh, what is this? Just some random building over here. I wonder if this was originally some sort of little smokehouse. Well, it's concrete. It's probably halfway newer. And I wonder if that was an outhouse, because you see the pipe up there. There's a post going through it now, but yeah, it's probably an outhouse at one time. Boy, such a difference when you walk into the shade. Okay, I'm gonna take a tour of the inside. Again, no filming. And then I'll see if I can fly my drone and head on to the next stop. Just took the house tour. Of course, there was no filming inside. I can tell you the flooring was original. Looked like the back door was original. And they had some Zubair wallpaper in there, a big panoramic scene of, it was Niagara Falls right next to Natural Bridge, with like some kind of pioneers walking. And I saw that a lot when I was taking my plantation tour down in Mississippi, down in Natchez. Haven't seen that too often around here, but it was pretty neat. Before I get out of here, just take a walk through this horse barn. Take a look at this guy over here. Too bad I don't have a carrot for him. Kind of keeping his head low. I think I saw another one sticking his head out. Okay, he's got his head out. Oh, he's got a thing over his face. Blinders on. Okay, interesting. All right, and there were a couple, I think there were some cows back here. Oh, no, well, they're horses. A spotted horse. He's got something on his head, too. Interesting. Yeah, a bunch of little birds over here. All hovering around the horse barn. And, okay, so there must be a little airport around here. See a small plane up there. Buzzing around. Okay, so he's got a net over, I guess this is to keep the bugs out. Yeah, but healthy looking, nice looking horse. And this guy is having lunch. Alright, pretty cool. Alright, yeah, okay, that's going to be it for Green Springs. I'm going to hit the road. Stop number 2, Prospect Hill. And I am in the heart of Virginia. I drove about 4 or 5 miles further down past Green Springs, the house I was at last. Maybe past 2 farms. Yeah, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the foothills here in the Piedmont region of the state. And here it is. Yeah, vernacular style house. What stands out is that icicle, that gingerbread trim. You can see many add-ons. The center portion, you can kind of see a dip in the roof. But the center portion, she said, goes back to 1732. I just took the house tour. 2-layered portico. And there were add-ons. Whoever purchased the house in 1844 added all these wings and several of the outbuildings. And yeah, it now serves as a bed and breakfast. So, and there are one of these, I think they call it the boys' room. One of these side buildings that you can walk in. And yeah, this is a really nice property. We're up on a rise and there's a nice breeze blowing in. You just walk up on the porch. When you're on the inside, you could tell original hardwood floors. There's a really nice piano in there. And it's a bed and breakfast, so it's got a lot of modern furnishings. And you'll see the little PH Prospect Hill on the bench there. You walk under the shade tree and you'll see the decorative gristmill stone right there. And let me just wrap around. Okay, pretty nice little garden over here. Nice little area to hang out. And you'll see kind of water fountain right there. And plenty of places to sit. Okay, another shot of all these attachments. And we're sitting on 40 acres. There are 13 rooms in there, I should also tell you. So a pretty sizable house. Pretty big chimney on this little building. Okay, there's a lady over here giving information. Let me see what she has to say. Cool, I'm glad I stopped off. I found out this is the old kitchen. Obviously it's been fixed up, and that would explain why the fireplace is so large. And I think this is for storage. I see some lawn equipment over there. But yeah, here's the old ice house. And I'm surprised it's so close to the main house. But yeah, ruins. It collapsed 1949. Yeah, just a big pit now. And these are usually 15 to 18 feet deep. And in the winter you would go down to the local creek, river, cut out little blocks of ice, kind of wrap them in straw, sawdust, leaves, and you would use it to keep goods warm during the summer. Pretty neat. And there's the original well. It's dry now. And I know up until at least the 1960s it was active. Yeah, original hand-dug well going back to 1732. As a child and up until her 70s, Marcy was let down in a bucket to check the conditions. Wow, okay. And over here, this used to be the carriage house. It's fixed up. They do weddings here and whatnot. But yeah, originally the carriage house, and you'll see the little, well, this was the carriage turnaround. Originally, yeah, you'll see the Boxwood Alley sundial. Okay, I don't want to get too close. Guests are staying in there. Pretty neat. Okay, so I'll wrap around, take a look at the buildings on the other side. And actually, let me see what this is. Just looks like a little barn. Nothing too special. Yeah, just a barn over here. Nice Jeep. Okay, so, and like I say, one of these, here it is. Prospect Hill, 1732, and that's pretty old. This has to be one of the first settlements in this area. Okay. Alright, so nice little guest house over here. Looks like it originally had a stone chimney. Giant dormer. I don't even know if you would call that a dormer. It's so big. But yeah, cozy little place to stay. And we walk in. There's a swimming pool back there. Small little building over here. But let me walk up. Your little welcome pineapple. And let me see what this says. The boys' cabin, circa 1699. This is the original home on the property. Yeah, they had told me the builders of the house stayed here. Yeah, originally. So, and I'm going to go inside. I need to shut the camera off. No filming in there. But, alright. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, I had a log cabin vibe feel in there. Original wooden floors. Obviously, of course, the original fireplace. And after that, it was just furnished as a, had all your modern amenities. Like I say, that's a guest room. And one more building over here. And looks like that one extends back a little bit. And no need to get too close. Does that say anything, or it's just another little pineapple? Yeah, just a little welcome. And before I get out of here, I'll just walk by the pool, just check it out. Okay, yeah, it's kind of a nice room. And I see a little right up over here. This is the overseer's cottage, 1720. This was the second building on the property. Oh, cool. All right, so double portico. And, okay, yeah. Place to hang out back here as well. And another pool. There are the rules. Open from 7 until 10 p.m. Cool. Boy, yeah, a day like today, I'd love to jump in there. As I was walking to the car, I saw this little stone block over here with a plaque on it. Let me walk over and see what this says. Alright, so there's a slave cemetery back here. And I'm surprised being so close to the house. I guess we're not that close, and that would have been the back of the house. And so there probably would have been slave cabins kind of in this area. And yeah, they're usually wooden. They usually end up disintegrating. But 75 slaves are buried here. Mammy, Katie, Aunt Maria, Senko, Pansy, and Scott. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. They put that up, covered in ivy. That's the way to do it right there, an RV. That'd be so cool if I could own one of those, quit my job, just travel across the country, visit historic sites and make videos. But anyway, on to the next site. Stop number 3, Glen, Burnie. Alright, so back here it says Louisa County established 1742, the Historic Society 1966. And we're not too far off the South Anna River, about a mile down that way. And cool little alligator ornaments up here. Okay, and this is a little bit of a smaller property. I won't be spending as much time here. And here it is, Glen Burnie. Check it out. Yeah, okay, wow, okay, nice looking house. And giant window up there above the portico. And great view of the Blue Ridge back there. Yeah, again, we're on a nice little hill, catching a breeze. 2 internal chimneys. And the original portion of the house, again, goes back to the 1700s. 1820s, there were add-ons, and then there was another in 1974. Big old full-grown magnolia. And yeah, several large windows on this thing. Very steep pitched roof. Hydrangeas over here. Pretty nice little garden. Cool. Alright, let me go in and take the tour. Okay, just finished the tour. That was the most thorough of the 3 I've been to so far. And floors were original. They had a lot of blue willow china, blue willow plates. It looked like they had some Staffordshire porcelain. I tried to ask if it was original, they weren't sure. But yeah, nice collection of antiques. There are a lot of Asian pieces in there. Supposedly, the original owners of the house were friends with Thomas Jefferson, who obviously didn't live that far away, Monticello. Just take a walk around the property. And these are more kind of modern buildings, kind of more of a modern barn back there. Yeah, lots of add-ons. And this octagonal room was inspired by Thomas Jefferson, Monticello. And lots of large windows. A lot of times those tall windows will have 3 sashes on them, and there usually be a little porch you can walk out on. Alright, I wrapped around. Let me take a walk out and get one good view of the front. You can imagine maybe a veranda in front of those large windows. And yeah, those things provide plenty of sunlight Let me walk around here. Hopefully these bushes aren't blocking my view. But yeah, very fine looking home. Yeah, I wish I could give you more information on it, but pretty neat. Yeah, going back to the 1700s, that center portion. Cool. All right, guys, that's it for Glen, Burnie. And on to my next stop. All right, guys, stop number 4. I'm at Kalona, circa 1862. So this thing was built during the Civil War. And it's kind of funny, we're just a couple miles south of the town of Louisa off 208 here. It's kind of funny because whenever I would drive down, I would look over, see this house. I always wondered what it was. Let me walk right up, get a look. And pretty nice house. Hipped roof, the 2 internal chimneys. And it's gonna have the 4/4 floor plan. And I've already taken the house tour. And you've got the pretty neat coffered ceiling upstairs. Original, as always, hardwood floors. Original crown molding. Yeah, I've got 2 more houses to squeeze in, and I'm down to about an hour and a half. But this is kind of a smaller property, so I'll just do a walk around here. And pretty crazy, like I say, built during the Civil War. And 2 years later, there was the largest cavalry battle of the war just a few miles away, Trevilian Station. I wasn't able to ask if this was used as any sort of headquarters or hospital or took any damage. But you'll see a little sunroom attachment off to the side. Nice little garden right here. And let me just wrap around. And I can tell you it was the Kent family who built the house. And their son was a professor at UVA. I believe he taught literature, I believe is what they had said. Yeah, pretty neat down in the basement. There are bricks that 1924 was etched in, so I assume, of course, that's when that was put down. Okay, just several little barns back here, garage. Another little boxwood alley leading up to the back, all the attachments. And 2 little windows kind of randomly stuck in right there. I think those are probably where the bathrooms were. Old well right here. I don't know if this is original. Closed over, and let me just walk to the other side. Pretty cool Federal Eagle right here on this door knock. And I'm wondering if there's an old cemetery back there. I don't really want to walk. I'm not sure if I should be going back there, but I bet you there's a good chance. All right, I think that wraps it up for Kalona. Nice property. And I'm going to try to squeeze in the last 2 sites. Bam, number 5, Ellisville. This one goes back to 1910. So the newest of the homes. Yeah, and it's 2 o'clock, so I've got this one and then 1 more to go. Okay, walk up and take a look. And there's a lot of historic homes, a lot of Victorian homes I passed coming in here, so this must have been a hot spot, the late 1800s. I guess technically this one would have been built in the Edwardian period. All right, I'm gonna go inside, take the tour and see if I can get some more information. First, let me stand back and, okay, it says rated G for general audiences, okay. Just took the house tour, and yeah, pretty nice on the inside. A Chilean family owns it, it's pretty neat. And kind of a small property, so I'll just do a real quick walk around. And yeah, just a vernacular style house. They're saying actually they think it was built between 1913 and 1920, the lady on the inside said. And it is one of the first houses in Louisa to have electricity. And they had the old school light switches, that was pretty neat. And you'll see a big wraparound porch. So, yeah, again, very nice tin roof, very nice house. And that's gonna be it for Ellisville. Stop number 6. There's Louisa proper. All decorated up with the American flags. This old Victorian Queen Anne home. And about to visit the Boxley Place Inn. And check it out. 97 degrees. And I think it's gonna creep up a couple more. But yeah, this might be the most grand of the homes. And first off, I'm gonna walk around, take a look at the front. And of course, yeah, it's a bed and breakfast. And next time I take one of my big trips, I might think about staying here. Check out the the Ionic columns, kind of Ionic / Corinthian. And here we are, old homes tour. And those always pointing them out in this Scamozzi style, the capitals right there, where they kind of splay out at a 45-degree angle, getting real fancy. And like a lot of these homes, there's 2 internal chimneys and kind of a double portico, maybe triple if it's kind of odd, that top deck up there. But yeah, porch on each side. And let me go inside, take the tour so I can get some more information. Old church over here, the St. James Episcopal Church. Here it is, 1881. Pretty nice church. Before I go inside, let me pan across. And again, yeah, the grandest of the homes I've visited so far. And yeah, it's on the historic register. Quite a face around that door. Let me just see what this plaque says, or I have to shut the camera off. 1860. Okay, just took the house tour. It was actually pretty crowded in there. I didn't see a lot of cars in the parking lot, but... And I should point out the Chinese Chippendale rails up there. Those are pretty neat. And it's kind of funny because I just saw those recently over at Battersea down in Petersburg. And I'll take a walk around. As I just said, it was built in 1860. There was originally a cabin around back before this house was built. All right, so let me give you the timeline of the house, and check out this Palladian window right here up on this gable. Yeah, a lot of neat features on this thing. So anyway, yeah, this was built by a Dr. Edwin Lee Smith. He was a dentist, and it was eventually passed on to his son, who was a Louisa Town Council member. And yeah, stayed in their family up until 1913. And then it was, that's when it was sold to Bruce Boxley Sr. And he purchased this place for $6,000. And then in 1918, had a bunch of these add-ons stuck on here. So yeah, he passed it on to his son, Bruce Boxley Jr. He was a publisher of the Central Virginia newspaper. Then he passed it to his daughter. That would be Griswold Boxley Cousins. She lived here her entire life. And yeah, eventually in 2008, this thing was turned into a bed and breakfast. And I believe they said inside that it was still owned by the Boxley family. So there's kind of the timeline of the house. This was also used as a hospital during that Battle of the Trevilian Station I told you about. And I believe these chimneys look pretty old. I don't think they go back to the 1700s, but I believe this is maybe where the cabin sat. And I don't know if these would be current rooms, bed and breakfast rooms. But well over here, I'll just finish up walking around the property. And check this out, they've got a goat's head up here. Okay. Interesting. And just a couple outbuildings over here. And I'll just show you this side over here, another Palladian window on this side. Obviously an old garage. 1916. cool. As you can tell, I'm a little burnt out from the heat. But I think that's going to wrap up my little tour of historic homes in Louisa. Pretty cool sites. And as always, if you want to help me get out to more of these places, you can support me on Patreon. You can follow me on Instagram. And as always, like and subscribe. See you guys.